Same question, I suppose, we asked Brandon. Joel, your name's been linked with this footy club for a while. You've come here today. What's your initial impression?
Yeah, well, obviously being around a footy club for a couple of years now, it's been good just to be able to, live the expectations and lower the standards before coming to the club. Being able to, live it a couple of years back and kind of just see what it's all about before actually arriving. And I think that's a bit of an advantage that me and Brandon have had on some of the other boys, being able to maybe settle in a little bit quicker than the other boys, yeah.
I asked it just before as well, but from your sort of experience of starting to be around the group, who is it that you're most looking forward to from a player perspective of working alongside and learning from?
Yeah, so obviously learning from Sonny, Michael Walters, he plays a pretty similar position to me, so learning from him and taking some tricks out of his book and picking his brain would be good. And I'd obviously also love to play alongside Liam Henry, my former teammate, and Michael Fredericks as well.
And just looking at your game where it is at the moment and looking forward to the future as well, what's been the feedback to you as to sort of the key aspects that might give you a bit of a look into making that debut?
Wait, what was that? Sorry?
Looking forward to making your debut, what sort of the things that you've been told that you sort of need to work on and develop before you can sort of reach that goal?
Yeah, so, you kind of get just focused on, I've been told some good advice, is just kind of like, focus on your strengths that might make you a better player and a better chance, rather than, focusing too heavily on your things that you need to improve on. Might get caught up in thinking about that stuff and just focusing on the positives and your strengths makes you a better player. But apart from that, I just want to keep working on my aggression and my tackling and, just hitting the weights room hard this pre-season. Hopefully I got a, AFL fit body for, a game this year.
What do you weigh at the moment, Joel?
At the moment I'm about 71 kilos, yeah.
Would you like to be by March next year?
Oh, I want to stay around the same weight mark, but just lose a bit of excess, weight that I don't need to carry and just change it all into muscle really. But yeah, around that 73, 74 mark, I reckon it'd be the goal. Yeah.
So do you see yourself as a forward mid or a mainly forward player in the AFL? What do you see yourself as?
Yeah, so I'd like to start off playing as a forward. Maybe I think speaking of JL, he wants me up a little bit on the wing as well, to bring a bit of my speed into the game. But I'd like to start up half forward, forward pockets up a role, and then maybe in 3 years, 4 years time progress into more of a midfield role and forward as well. So yeah.
So obviously with pressure forward roles being such a premium in the AFL now, is that why you feel like you need to get stronger so you can put that pressure on, lay those tackles, stick and that sort of thing?
Yeah, definitely. Pressure forwards is what every forward needs to have, the pressure aspect to their game now. So yeah, getting a bit bigger and putting on a bit of size, making me a bit more confident when I tackle. Some of the bigger defenders, that'll be definitely helpful. But with my speed, I'm able to usually tackle from behind, chasing people. So it makes it a little bit easier tackling from behind than in front. So
what was it like playing against Heath last year in the Waffle?
Yeah, so it was good. He never really played on anyone. He'd zone off and take his intercept marks, but I never really got to play on him, obviously, because he's taller and I'd take the smaller defender. But he'd play on one of the key forwards at Claremont. But he'd always be intercepting our long kicks into. So we had to put a bit of strategy into playing against him, like lowering our eyes and not trying to bomb at him deep because he'd just intercept everything.
What about Nathan? Did you run into Nathan at all?
Yeah, I versed Nathan quite a bit. So last 3 years I've had a lot to do with all these boys here, but. Yeah, playing in the midfield against Nathan, he's a contested beast. He loves getting the ball on the inside and feeding it out to his runners. So, obviously lined up a couple times against him, but not so much. Yeah.
What about Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon. Yeah, I had a lot to do with Brandon actually because I matched up on him. I think my first coach game last year. Played on him. Actually played on him, and that was good fun. Having a bit of a head-to-head with our speed, it was good fun. I think I got the better of him that day, but it's always good fun versing him.
Who's the quickest?
Oh, I reckon I got him in speed.
You got a few tricks. We've seen that this year. You're pretty confident by the sounds of it. You've backed yourself to keep doing what you've done, albeit against elite players.
I obviously got to have a bit of confidence. I don't like talking about myself or to anyone else really, but I just yeah, you obviously got to have a bit of confidence. If you go into a game with no confidence, then you're not going to be able to show any of your attributes or show what you've got to showcase. So I think going in with a bit of confidence, and Tendai always told me when you go onto the field, tell yourself. For example, for me, it might be like, I'm the quickest on the field. I'm the quickest on the field to assure that you've got that the speed against your opponent, rather than telling yourself, I don't know if I've got this guy in speed, so I don't know if I really want to run after the ball. So it just helps you in every way. So it's good.